Listening to Melanin Matters at 9 o'clock, the beat of Boston University. Listen at WTBradio.org or our app on Android. Call us at 617-353-6400 or send us a message on Spinatron. Also, please make sure that you are following us at Melanin WTBU on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much if you're just joining us. I'm Paris Hughley.
I'm Chinani Wukogli.
And I'm Giselle Nimato. If you're just tuning in today, we want to let you know that right after this show ends at 10 a.m., you can head on over to WTBUradio.org, click on WTBU Archives, search for the archive titled Melanin Matters, where you can access today's full show in its entirety. You can listen to this current installment of Melanin Matters until April 14th.
Yes. We just played a number of great songs for you. We started with Leon Thomas, Moments After, Hate on Me by Jill Scott, The Kids by B.O.B. featuring Janelle Monáe, and The Girl Is Mine by Michael Jackson featuring Paul McCartney.
Yes.
Yeah. All good songs, all good vibes.
Yes.
All good energy that we need this Friday morning. Our guest on the show today is Demba.
Woo!
Welcome.
Hey,
Good
how you guys
morning.
doing?
We're doing really good. How are you?
Hey, good.
Yeah. Do you want to introduce yourself real quick? Just give us a quick little bio about yourself.
Yeah, of course. So my name is Demba Kamara. I'm a student in business information technology.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys probably know it's a hybrid major, you know.
Yeah.
And it's kind of seeing like the versatility of the global markets and stuff, and how that ties into information tech. So, but yeah, no, I'm excited to be on the podcast. Is it a podcast or is it a radio show?
It's a radio show. A lot of people think it's a podcast,
Similar.
but they are kind of similar.
Yeah.
In a regard. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't correct people.
It's a dope name though. It's a dope name. I love that
Thank
name.
you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Right. But I was like, this name eats.
Thank you.
You know, Family Matters.
Yeah.
Like Melanin Matters. So
Yeah.
it's like two different
Oh,
kinds
I didn't
of
even
matters.
think about that when I was. Yeah.
didn't?
No.
No?
I thought because I just wanted. Because I thought about it's like a double prong thing. Like, okay, like the matters of the melanin people, like the issues that matter to
Oh.
us, and then also that melanin in itself does matter.
That's what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. So I didn't even think about Family Matters when I.
No, I'm saying like Family
oh,
Matters. Like,
oh,
it's like
oh,
yeah.
okay.
'Cause I'm like, that's
Yeah,
beautiful. It's a beautiful title. It's wonderful. My bad.
Now, okay. It's all good. No, this is good. Okay.
So is there any like best rules of practice or like completely don't do that on the show? I've never really been on recording like this before.
I think
As
no.
long as you
Don't curse.
Yeah, as long as you
Don't
don't
curse. Yes.
Okay.
You're good, bro. That's basically
Yeah.
it, I think.
I mean, I guess don't slander, libel individual people, but I mean, I don't think you do that, right?
Or like
I
I
think
meant more like should I be putting the microwave if I'm trying to like drink something? Or,
you
or
can
like,
If you are drinking something,
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
look out for you and I
okay.
can turn
Yeah.
off the
I'll give
mic.
you a little
Yes.
cue too.
Yes.
Because the other day I didn't realize how annoying it was. My mom was like, "Oh, can you help me figure this thing out on Canva to like make this little crop thing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, of course." And I sit down and she just comes in my ear and she's like. And she starts chewing in my, she's eating. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck?
Yo.
I was like, why are you just chewing in my?
I hate how my mom does the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Oh my! I think it's an African people. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I like, bro, you're mad close to me. Can you just like back up a bit or something? You know?
yeah. Her head was like perched on my shoulder,
Damn.
and I was like,
This was like in person. This was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a physical. Okay.
I was like,
That's-
what?
that's
No,
even
what was
worse.
she eating?
I think she was eating like some carrots or something.
Okay.
Some like
Okay.
baby carrots.
Baby
Worse,
carrots.
actually.
Huh? Wait.
Right? It's like-
Wait.
It's like a bat, because it's like a...
Okay. Okay. The
You
sound.
have
Yeah.
to like
It's
The
like-
carrots we eat, they hit it, but the sound
hard,
is
like hard
Exactly.
Yeah.
carrots.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
we got so off topic. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
No, but that's all.
My fault. My
No, it's all
fault.
good. Hey, it's all good.
That's
It's all good. We
perfect.
can't
Oh,
comfortable.
God.
But yeah,
Alright.
just how you doing? How's everything going with you?
Yeah.
This semester.
I'm well. It's definitely been a good year. I think in general. I don't know why I have this feeling like a lot of people have been getting more aware this past year, especially getting more aware of the community, maybe like, and even more so than external things, getting more aware of internal conflicts within themselves, you know, and so just a lot of stuff like that. I just recently actually took a trip to Texas.
Yeah.
That was really fun. I rode a horse,
Oh.
which
fun.
was crazy.
Wait, what
Yeah.
part of Texas did you go to?
I was in Austin and Houston.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Because-
H-Town.
Yeah, my cousin from Belgium,
Oh.
he's an engineer,
Yeah.
and he got a free work trip to the South by Southwest.
Free.
Oh,
So
fun.
he under the covers, he just got a double bed suite,
Yeah.
And he invited me to come and stay with him.
So you got to go for free as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
insane.
amazing.
Awesome.
What?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But the one drawback was there was this homeless dude who broke into the hotel
Oh no.
and started like bathing in the jacuzzi.
Oh my goodness.
and and I was kind of pissed, to be honest.
Yeah.
I can say pissed, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was kind of pissed, to be honest, because I was in the jacuzzi for like 3 or 4 days prior to that, and I was like, I don't know how. I went to the concierge. I was like, you don't know how long this has been going on for. I was like, this is unacceptable. I literally sounded like a middle-aged woman complaining because I was
Sounding
like,
like a Karen.
no, I was like, I need to speak to your supervisor. I kept saying stuff like that.
Why
Yeah.
did they do nothing about it? I don't understand.
They would only reimburse my cousin for 1 night, of 10 nights too.
10 nights?
Yeah. And I was kind of upset. I won't lie, because it's really, and you don't know if that dude has like a disease,
Right.
or if he has, or even what he was doing. I was in the gym in the morning one day, and I saw him submerge a towel fully into the jacuzzi,
What the?
and I was like,
Oh my
damn.
goodness.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ,
It's
like,
so dirty.
Oh my
I
goodness.
was like, geez, I don't know what he's doing in there.
That's that Texas stuff, man.
Well,
I don't know what's
yeah.
going on
I mean,
down there.
I hope-
Right.
Hold the man's okay.
That's
Also, that's
Yeah.
that's such an unfortunate
Given Florida,
experience.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, it was just weird. I was
Yeah.
like, what's the security like here?
Yeah.
You know,
Close enough.
you guys ever been to Texas?
I've never been to
I
Texas.
have.
My mom lived in Texas for a while.
Really?
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Oh.
She lived in Maryland. I think she lived in Ohio for 2 months, and she lived in Texas for
Damn.
years.
She been
before.
everywhere?
Yeah, I mean, well, sort of. She came from Nigeria, so
I
she
have
came from
a-
Nigeria, went to
I
Texas.
actually did hear there's a huge Nigerian community
There
in
is a
Texas.
huge Nigerian
Really?
community in
Texas.
Texas.
My mom actually wants to move to Texas like next year, and I'm telling her no.
Yeah.
Well, it
I'm telling
depends
her
on
no.
what part of Texas.
No, not even
I
that.
think Houston would be a great place.
Yeah, seriously.
Don't let her hear that.
Yeah, she wants it. She was
So
I
in
don't
Okay.
want her going to Texas because then I gotta go to Texas. And I
You don't
live in
wanna
New
go.
York.
Yeah.
So why would I go
Oh.
to Texas?
Right.
Like, come on. Bro. Oh Lord.
I have a bunch of family in Texas. I'm from Georgia. So,
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
So
I want to visit Georgia really bad. Like I know it's scary.
Visit Atlanta.
sometimes. Yeah,
ATL.
Visit Atlanta.
I know. I've heard.
Atlanta.
I've heard.
Yes.
Outside of it is kind of.
It's great. You will get scammed though.
How do I avoid?
How do you
scam?
get scammed?
You don't know how my mom got scammed?
Yeah,
Oh,
story
Lord.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so funny. So, well, actually, I do how my friend got scammed. Cause okay, so
Both of them?
some you gonna get scammed. Sorry.
Oh no.
What does this
So,
mean?
okay, so there's a park in Atlanta called Olympic Park because Atlanta hosted the Olympics in the 90s and we haven't let it go. So they have the Georgia Aquarium, best aquarium ever.
I've heard.
We had the Coca-Cola factory because it was founded there,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have the Civil Rights Museum, amazing place,
Yeah.
and it's all in like a park within each other. All right, so what people would do is that they would give you bundles where you can get a ticket for all of the places
Okay.
at one time instead of paying individually at each spot, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Half of the time they're not real.
Oh.
What they will do is that they'll just give you they'll just give you an old ticket. They'll just give you like
Oh.
someone's old ticket
Oh.
and just give it to you.
That's wrong.
And they like put it in like a package and you don't see it until you leave and you were like, the date was like
Oh.
3 days ago. And that happened to my friend. Cause she thought she got a deal with like she got a ticket to all of these places for like $60.
Damn.
No.
Oh, for
So
60?
$60?
Yeah, she thought she was
That that's a
Oh,
deal?
no.
no, because like for all of the tickets for
all-
everywhere, you're gonna spend at least $100 to be honest with you. Because the aquarium is ginormous.
Yeah.
Civil Rights Museum, that's pretty pricey, but the Coca-Cola Museum is pricey.
Ooh.
makes sense.
and
I mean,
you
I
have
don't
to,
like Coca-Cola anyways, but
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Sorry.
Please, other than that, please visit Atlanta.
So what did the guy who sold the tickets look like? Was he like well dressed?
Yeah, like
Or was he
like,
put
you
together?
Can tell he was scamming people.
Did he have like
trying
or
to
did he have like an oversized
to explain this
basketball jersey or something?
Because like the Atlanta uniform is like you've seen it on Instagram. It's a hoodie.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know them hoodies that where you zip it up and there's like a face of like a shark.
Oh
or
my
something?
god.
It's the hoodie, skinny jeans. It's real, y'all.
Tights.
No, they're
them
just
is tights.
jeans.
Them is basically tights.
Basically.
I've seen them pants.
They're
Yeah.
basically wearing leggings.
Bunch of rips.
Right.
Yeah, ribs.
Yo.
Like, you know, like the biker pants in like
Yeah.
2016?
Yeah.
They still wear that.
That's
Air
kinda
Force
crazy.
Ones.
Wow.
Sagging Air Force
Force
Ones
Ones.
or all red Hirachis.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And people.
yeah.
Is it the type of people selling these tickets? And
Or
people-
it's like old black guys where it's like, I know what to do. I know what to do.
Wow.
Lord.
But other than
Maybe
that,
I'll visit Georgia
it's a-
another time.
I'm being honest. It's a fun place.
Yeah.
When you're not getting scammed.
Yeah.
No.
Where do you think the most scams happen in the States?
New York.
New York?
New York.
I could see that.
New York,
too.
New York, New York, New York, New York. I was scammed once. Actually, no. Like recently, I went to what's that museum? The one in New York City. I think. I don't think the Metropolitan. I forgot the name of it.
The Met?
Yeah, that. Yeah, the Met. The Met.
Girl.
The Met. I went.
The man.
I forgot the
Met.
Met.
And I went with one of my friends and we was like, you know what, damn, I kind of want a hot dog. And there was a hot dog truck right outside of the Met. First mistake, you never go to a truck right outside of like a big establishment.
Okay.
Everything is so inflated.
Yeah.
So we got there and we're like, yo, can we get 2 hot dogs, right? And then he's like, all right, no problem, no problem. So then he goes in the back, whips up 2 hot dogs, and he comes back, he said, here you go, here you go. And us, we already took a bite. Because we're ready for the price. And we were taking a bite because we was hungry. And then the hot dog looked good. Hot dog was terrible, by the way. We took a bite and he's like, all right, $25. I said, yo, imagine, it was like a regular, like Costco hot dog.
He got you.
Regular Costco hot dog, he said $25.
Wait.
I said,
Costco
sir.
hot dog is $165 and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
This
What got me that it wasn't even good.
No.
It was like soggy school food hot dog.
Wow.
And I was so tight.
Yeah.
And I bet
it
they
was
gave you
good.
spicy mustard there.
Oh my God.
He must have been talking real slow
yo.
to be like, to get you to take a bite. He was like,
Yo,
here.
he was taking his
I got-
time. He was like, "Oh, you want a drink?" And we were like, "No." And he said, "Okay, 1 second." And we were just standing there, so I took a bite, and it was too late to go back at that point.
That's
So you have to
super
pay-
funny.
Yeah, we paid $25 for the hot dog. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
Man, it was over winter break too. It was cold.
That's
It was-
yeah. No.
Okay.
Do you,
Scams.
do you like to travel often?
Yeah, I love traveling.
Oh,
actually.
really?
My whole life I've been traveling.
Where do you want to travel to? Like, where's your top spots?
I want to go to Mexico because when I was 14, I lived in Mexico.
Oh.
'Cause I had pretty good grades, I guess, and so I got approved for an immersion program to go live in Mexico.
What?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I can speak Spanish pretty well.
What? That's insane.
The Mexican people are like really. They have really strong values and really strong family morals.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I really enjoyed staying there, and
Yeah.
I really enjoyed getting to know the culture there. I definitely want to go back to Africa. My family's from West Africa, from Guinea, and
Yeah.
I went back 2 years ago. I try to go back every 2 years. But honestly, one place I want to go that I've never been is somewhere in Asia, because that's
I've
the one
never been to
continent
Asia.
I've
Yes.
never explored ever.
But I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well,
'Cause,
we're
you
gonna
know-
stick out.
Yeah, exactly. And when you stick out, they make sure you stick out. They gonna look at you, man. They gonna look. I've seen
Yeah.
videos
Yeah, they
like
are
black
looking.
people traveling to Asia, and yeah, you're getting looked at.
Yeah.
And I don't like being looked at, which is
Yeah.
why I'm kind of like, I want to go to Japan so bad.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
I gotta
I
go
want
to
to go to
Japan.
Japan.
Yeah, because
so
I
bad.
don't know about you guys. I mess with anime real hard.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so I'm trying to see.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what it's like over there.
Yeah.
If everyone acts like, if everyone's really fighting in the streets, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
Or like if people are, you know what I'm saying? Or like, because I don't know what's good. Like if when you watch animes, I feel like there's a disconnect between the Japanese people and like whatever is being suppressed for them to express themselves that way, you know? Because there must be some crazy suppression, like in terms of them being able to articulate themselves and communicate with each other if they're kind of being expressed in a crazy way,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I grew up watching animes and stuff, so
Yes. Yeah. What's your favorite anime?
I think maybe Fullmetal Alchemist
Okay.
or like
Brotherhood or the original?
Brotherhood, of
Brotherhood?
course, yeah.
That seems to be like the older answer I've noticed.
Yeah, I've been hearing
Yeah.
that a lot.
And then that, maybe Naruto,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Classic.
Okay.
maybe. I mean, it's tough. Yeah, I would say probably Fullmetal Alchemist though.
Yeah.
Fullmetal Alchemist is probably one of like the OG ones that I grew up with, you know.
Hearing that One Piece isn't your top, I'm assuming you haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I have never watched it. Everyone's like,
I've also never
I'm
watched it.
not watching 1,000.
Guys,
episodes.
stop.
I'm not watching
Stop.
1,000.
Just
I need you to
know.
stop. Okay?
Are you saying One Piece is
I
your favorite?
finished it. Yes, I'm literally on like episode 1,000.
It's still going though, right?
Yeah, it's still
20
going.
years.
Yes.
God.
Yes, I started watching it in 2020, and I caught up in like 2021-ish, middle-ish, you know. Everyone's like, it's too long. It's this, is that. There's a reason why it's so long. You have to understand.
No,
There's
we
a
know.
reason for this.
We know. No, we know.
Your face fed up.
So like,
He's fed up. He's like, we've heard this.
no, we know.
heard this
No, we
argument
have.
before.
We know. We
God,
just.
bro.
I'm sorry. We know. But you also know me. You know I can't binge watch anything. I can't binge watch anything.
No one's saying to binge watch it though.
But I can't.
I'm saying.
But I have commitment issues.
Okay, so just
I
split
just
it
started
up.
Love is Blind.
Oh, girl, you're like 2 years late. I'm not gonna lie.
Did they have a new season?
Oh, you watching the new season?
It came out.
Did you watch the original, the one with Lauren and Cameron?
No.
Okay.
This is my first season that I've watched. Because I watched... sorry. I watched Perfect Match over spring break.
Isn't
that
like
show...
Isn't it like Love is Blind, but...
It's like all of, like all the Netflix reality shows, Too Hot to Handle, Love is Blind, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
da-da-da. They take people from that and they mix them all together into this one show.
Oh wow.
Insanity. That show is not real life.
Probably, that sounds actually insane.
But yes, I started watching that and then I was like, I gotta watch Love is Blind. And then I watched
It's
Love
good.
is Blind.
Love is Blind is good. It's just kind of... Have you guys seen it before?
I've never seen it.
No.
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe
know what
it's
it's
like a
about.
ladies thing.
Yeah.
I like love shows.
Yeah.
Reality shows, I think everyone should watch a reality show.
Do you watch any
At
reality
least
shows?
one.
The other day I made like a reaction video to this thing called Ultimatum, which is like
Oh, wait. I think I've heard of that.
yeah, it's funny. It's really weird. It's basically couples get together, and one couple is like, I want to get married, and the other one's like, I'm not ready. And so the show's like, well, we're gonna make you ready, and then they come on, and then they start. This is how they make them ready, right? Because
Yeah.
kind of counterintuitively to the show title, there's like 5 couples, and then so they all say, okay, we're gonna break up, and we're gonna start dating other people within the show, in front of each other, and maybe like that scarcity mindset will get you we'll get you to pop the question, you know?
Time out.
What?
Time out.
That is what they do.
That sounds juicy.
That's Love is Blind low
That's-
key.
It low-key is.
And they agree to that? Like they consent
Yeah,
to doing
yeah.
that and everything? Wow.
They don't value their lives, do they?
Wait,
No,
does
it's
that actually work? Like have they actually felt
I mean, a couple of them got married. It was just funny because the first episode, like 5 minutes in, there was this random white girl named something like Madison or Madeline, and there was this dude named Randall, you know, like this Hispanic kind of like Enrique Iglesias looking dude, but he was like more like black. I don't really know what a real Enrique Iglesias looks like too much, but he was real suave though. He was black dude. Yeah, he was like, and then Madeline, she's like, they just got here. And Madeline's like, I already find an attraction to Randall. And I was like, geez, like, you just got here.
That is
And-
what they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That would break
yeah.
me, bro. That would break.
That's-
No, but
Wow.
her man, this dude named Kobe, he's like this dude wearing cowboy hats. She's just like, he's just not about it, really, you can tell.
Right.
He's like really naive. He's kind of like a golden retriever, it felt like. And he didn't know what was going
I
on.
feel bad for him.
And his girl was like all in the bed with Randall and everything.
Wait, was he the one that wanted to get married?
Yeah, he brought her there. He brought her.
Oh.
And then
Why you
Madeline's
do
like,
that?
she's like, oh yeah. Well, I don't know. Randall makes me feel like. So like, she was
wow.
saying.
Randall alone.
And it was just like, you just got here. Like, it's been like 10 minutes into the episode, you know?
10 minutes.
In the first episode. And
Oh my god.
I was like, oh.
That's
And
See, I can't handle stuff like that, bro.
they ended up
That's-
getting married at the end, funny enough. Which I was
Randall?
like, man, yeah,
Her
you
and
picked.
Randall?
Yeah, no, her and Kobe.
They got
Oh.
married. Oh no, that ain't gonna last.
And I was like, bro,
That's-
you know, it's some people just can't see the signs, you know?
exactly.
And I was like, oh man, you gotta
Oh
really,
my
really
That's gonna be a
evaluate.
problem in a
Yeah.
year. Watch.
Yeah, for
watch.
yeah.
Not even a year.
Wow.
But I don't really watch too many reality TV shows. Funny enough, I watch like more YouTube videos, I guess,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, same. I watch like more anime. I don't really watch reality shows that much.
It's funny. I know more characters from an anime Like I can name more character names from anime than any reality TV show that I've ever seen.
Exactly.
That's valid.
Exactly.
That's very
Yeah.
Just continuity and.
So why is it? Because I'm curious about this. Why is it you guys think that the black community gravitated so much so towards anime?
I was okay. That's
You know what?
A great question.
You know what?
Do you want to go for?
My brother has been on the anime train since birth. I'm not gonna lie. And then I also got on the anime train. I think it has something to do with like, I don't know if it's this deep, but I think it's like, you know how people in anime, they can be so heroic and so like strong.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe it's because like as a child, you know, that's what you want to be.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like in like the world, it's like there aren't many, you know, like black people who are portrayed like that. So it's like if I see this character, like if I see Naruto and I'm a kid, young black kid, I'm like, I want to be him. Like I want to be that person.
Yeah.
And then when you finish that show, then you want to watch another one.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
And then you just like go on this train of like like dramatized power and like heroism, and it's like I just want to be that.
Yeah.
And you know, I really get it because like I said, I love One Piece. Y'all know this. When I was watching One Piece, first of all, this is another reason why One Piece is the GOAT, number one, okay? In One Piece, they talk about so many, like, actual real-life issues. They talk about, but indiscreetly.
Right.
So as a child, you're watching it, you wouldn't know he's talking about, like, racism and slavery, because it's, like, about fish people.
Yeah.
But then when you're older, you're like, yo, they was spitting. They talking about how black people are, like, they were inching to how black people are, like, oppressed for no reason, just because of how they look. Because there's this arc called the Fisherman arc, and the fishermen were, like, like the black people in the situation. So they were, like enslaved. Yeah. They were spoke down on. They were discriminated against just because they were half fish and half human. So none of the humans like the fish people. This sounds so stupid talking about it. I'm sorry. But in the arc is really good. Like, I was tearing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, I think sometimes there are like this underlying theme of like things that kind of relate to black people that we just can't tell.
Right.
Yeah.
Like being the underdog and things like that. And we don't know that it relates to us because we're just kids. And it kind of just sticks with us.
Yeah. I was going to say, you know, we love fantasy.
Yeah, exactly.
We love
exactly.
getting to see ourselves in different lights and different...
Exactly.
There's just different perspectives. And I feel like that's something that we don't always get to see with our own stuff. Like, no offense, because I feel like we have great stuff. You know, we've really pioneered comedy and music and everything. Maybe we don't have that with anime, with the action stuff, and that just gives us an outlet, you know, like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
Really, there's nothing wrong with that because it's awesome. You know,
it really is.
Yeah. Not only that, I just feel like the aesthetic of it all was like,
I love the aesthetic.
For me, I get into a show because like I see a picture of it on Pinterest or something, and I'm like, that looks dope. Yeah. And I think that black people are like, we push culture, and so if we deem something to be worth like style worthy, it's gonna be mainstream.
Right.
And I think that like anime just like snuck its way in and just like became part of it, and then it just spread, because that's how I honestly like came to learn anime, just from my friends and like, oh, that hoodie, or like what they keep talking about, and I just see pictures and I was like, this is like just looking at it is just pretty.
It's pretty. It really is.
And then you just get into it.
I'm gonna add two more to my list. I think Demon Slayer, it's
Demon
one of the
Slayer
best I've ever seen.
good.
Because when I was young, right, what got me into anime was I love fight scenes. I just love fighting for like I remember when I was like 8 years old, my mom took me to like this peace event. It was like this peace. It was literally this huge peace event, and me and these other 8-year-olds we were like, all right, you know what? Since we're here, Fight Club, and we went in the back of where they were like rallying. And we just started swinging. We started swinging. I remember I was fighting this Asian kid, and I had already watched a lot of Naruto at that point. So I was like, I thought for some reason I was like, if I can beat him, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this might sound a little messed up, but I was like, if I can beat him, I'll probably be at a level of like, you know what I'm saying?
Goodness!
I'll probably be able to. I was like, I'll probably be able to ascend.
Yo,
you know, and
it's so funny because that's literally how my brother thought too.
No, I swear to God.
Oh my God!
And so he's like swinging at me, like he's punching straight, right? And I'm like, I would just keep ducking, and then I punch up and punch him in the neck accidentally. And
As a child?
Yeah, we were like 8, and he was like, and he went like that, and I was like, oh. And I was like, I won, you know. And I was like, word. I was like,
maybe we should talk about the negative effect
you know?
of anime on
and
children.
Perhaps.
Like, my whole childhood though, I don't know why I liked fighting, and I remember that really it was a huge alert to me when watching anime, the fight scenes. And it's funny, like what you said, the fighting kind of got me into it, but what kept me there was the message and the broader themes that that were underlying.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I was a little kid, feeling like I felt like kind of older people were, I don't want to say like castigating me, but kind of I felt a little cast out a little bit, you know. And when I saw Naruto like on the swing, like just outside of the village, and no one would talk to him, even adults were like treating him badly.
Yeah.
I really related to that when I was a kid, you know.
Yeah.
Because I remember we were going, my family was around here. My family didn't really know too many people around here. And so the people who we were around, they were kind of disrespectful to my parents because they didn't speak the best English, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember feeling like, I definitely feel like anime is, because most black people watch some sort of anime, you know.
Yeah.
And I think definitely the underdog thing you were saying, I think definitely the theme of, like, even with Dragon Ball Z, there's something about it like that just is alluring to us, you know, like a genocided race of people who gets mad strong every time you beat them down.
Yeah.
You know, they overcome anything. They're like, and they have like superpowers, literally.
Yeah. I feel like Dragon Ball Z is like huge in the black community, like huge.
Yeah.
So it's
That
like
was
the
like-
opening.
started with.
Yeah,
It's
that
like
was
the opening.
yeah.
That and Naruto.
Yeah.
Those are like the starting.
I do wonder because I want to watch Naruto, but can I please skip to Shippuden?
Yeah, if I was on you, right,
What?
I wouldn't
Why
do
do
that.
you
I
want-
would go online and look up the fillers. Look up
Okay.
Naruto fillers. You'll watch probably 1/4 of the entire thing.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to watch Naruto, but I got stuck because I hate skipping fillers. So I watch everything.
I'm gonna
And-
skip a full filler
Because
immediately.
when I started
Fascinating.
watching One Piece, once again, best anime. When I started watching One Piece, the fillers were so good that I wouldn't skip them.
Really?
So then, yeah, bro. Y'all don't listen to me. One Piece is literally amazing. Everything about it, like, okay, yeah, it's slow in the beginning, fine, whatever.
It's slow in the first 600 episodes.
The first
beginning?
30 episodes, it's a
Okay.
little slow. But once you meet the black character, which actually, I don't like his design very much. Usopp, I don't know if you guys have heard the character Usopp.
I haven't heard.
He's like the black character in the One Piece ship, and his name means lie in Japanese.
Oh, come on, dude.
And his nose is really, really long.
I think I know who you're.
Yeah, and he kind of has an afro, and he's seen as like the dorky, the coward.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
And you know, everyone talks about his character design. He has like really like eyes, and it's like if you pull it up, search up One Piece. Usopp.
Yeah. No, let's take some time to talk about how Japanese people depict black people in their anime.
God.
It's.
I think the one good character I can think of off the top of my head is Canary from Hunter x Hunter. I don't know if you guys have heard of her.
Right, yeah.
She's like
I don't.
depicted really well.
Hunter
I
x
think.
Hunter is up there too.
Yo, it's
she's the one with the
wonderful.
little staff, right?
Yeah, the one
and
with
like
the staff.
cool little
She's
little
insane.
bomb.
Like she's depicted as like, you know, like see,
Oh, she's cool.
she's
Yeah,
cool.
and she's
Now,
strong too.
she's
Are we
strong.
just? Oh, she looks great. I love this
Exactly.
artwork. Are we just talking about like depiction visually, or are we talking about depiction like characteristically?
both
Yeah.
low key.
Both.
'cause
you
usually
know
when
Killer
there's-
B?
I don't know Killer B.
Killer B from Naruto.
No.
He's just he
I don't
literally
think
is
I've gotten that far
rapping.
in
He
Naruto.
just raps like the whole time. He's
yeah,
raps.
that's so weird.
You know, but I will say
know?
Naruto kind of did us well
Yeah.
because Naruto made a whole village called like the Cloud Village, which is lightning people, and they're
Yeah,
like the
that's cool.
strongest. Like they're literally the second strongest after the main characters.
That's
people,
cool.
you know.
Yeah.
But I thought it was kind of weird how he's always rapping.
Yeah, her.
You know?
She's insane. From what's the name of that show? I watched it. The Great Pretender. The black character from The Great Pretender. She's awesome. She has like white hair. I don't know if you've heard of her.
Okay.
I mean,
did you guys watch Black Samurai? Afro Samurai.
Afro Samurai, yeah,
is
of
it
course.
good?
You
That was
guys have to watch
great.
Afro.
It was
Oh
so
my
I'll watch
God.
it after you watch One
Good.
Piece. How about that?
What do you? That's not even a comparison.
Say
That's
no.
like 1 hour of your time.
What
compared
if
to
you
like
guys-
days?
What if you guys? What if you
One-
guys arrange a time where you guys each watch both, and then you guys can
Okay,
explain
that's
to
a
each other
good.
and help each other
That's
out?
a good point.
Just take it
you know?
slow. No one's saying watch watch all 1,000 in one evening.
All right,
you know?
we'll do that. I'll take some time with you.
Thank you.
You know,
it's a journey, guys.
Yes.
It's a journey that I need all
Even
of
if
you
you
to
did
go
3
on.
episodes a day, you would actually take a year.
That's fine. That means you get more submerged in the anime, making it even better.
Oh,
Low key, how long it is what makes it good. I could write a whole essay about this, bro. I really could.
You should. You
Like,
should write for the Daily Free Press about
maybe I
why you
should.
should.
Maybe I should.
Honestly.
Cause yo,
No, I will say I used to be a soccer coach, and one of my co-coaches, like one of my supporting coaches, he would always tell me to watch it, and he said it was the most diverse anime. Like Luffy's Brazilian, I think.
Luffy's Brazilian, Nami's like Scottish or something. Usopp is from Africa, South Africa, I think. One of them is Canadian. One of them is like they're all so like different. Like,
And
it's wonderful.
the one reason I would watch One Piece is because Zoro. I feel like he would be my favorite character.
Zoro is so
You know?
Oh my god, this is like Zoro is insane. Zoro is insane. You don't even have to watch One Piece to know Zoro is insane.
Seriously,
You
yeah.
can just watch a clip on YouTube and just be like,
You get
it's-
the vibe that he's
not my
nice.
favorite character though.
Oh, who's your favorite character?
It's gonna be Sanji. Everyone's like Sanji,
Mm-hmm.
but
I don't-
he's yep him. Cause he's kind of like a ladies' man. So every time he sees a lady, you see the one with the blood in his nose. That's because he
Blood in it? What are we?
Because he glanced at a woman.
Yeah, anime
And,
characters
yeah.
always for some reason get a bloody nose.
Yeah, when they
When-
see
Yeah.
someone attractive.
When they see a beautiful woman.
Yeah, but that's his whole character. Like one of the arcs was just based on him, like almost dying because of how beautiful the women were. That's what the whole arc was based on.
The whole arc?
Yeah, it was like 50 episodes of just him in the hospital because
Damn.
he loved women so much, which I wasn't a fan of because I'm like, this isn't. Wait, why y'all the pig? Oh, Jotaro. JoJo's Bizarre
I was
Adventure.
about to say, like, my show is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh,
That show
My
so
roommate
great.
last
That's my
year.
number 2.
My
That's my
roommate
number
last
2.
year loved that show.
That show is
Yeah.
so good.
Yes.
I'm on Stardust Crusaders.
Yes. So,
So,
this is Stardust. No. Yes, this is it, right? When you get to
It's a classic.
what's his name? Josuke's part.
Oh.
That part is my favorite part. I think it's part 4, I believe.
Is he your favorite?
He's my favorite. Josuke's my favorite.
favorite's Jonathan. Sorry.
Really?
Jonathan?
Yeah. So
He's cool. He's cool.
cool.
Jonathan's my second favorite. You guys should watch this Bizarre
Not
Adventures.
Jotaro?
He's third.
he gets really
He's third.
rude for no reason sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he gets better. In part
He
4,
does.
he's more likable, I promise.
So I was like, why are you just mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's calling his mom like the B word.
Yeah.
He's like, she's like, hey, how's everything going? And he's
Yeah.
like, get out of my face, B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, geez, guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Do you think, do Japanese people mess with anime more? Because I know, at least here, right? I know a lot of times we have an aversion in the community to messing. Like a lot of black people have a hard time listening to other black people, you know, about like rational things. Like, for whatever, I think it's a lot of like programming, whatever it may be. But do you think like Japanese people have that same issue? Like, because it's their own culture. Do you think that they like anime as much as we do?
I feel like it's more casual.
Well,
You know, I feel like it's just like, it's like what, like, you know, like SpongeBob or like regular cartoons are for us is what anime is to them. You know, because I feel like what's like a show that's like American that's kind of global, low key. I feel like SpongeBob, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, like we think SpongeBob is cool, but like someone, like, you know how we would wear, like we see like something foreign, like a cool shirt with Japanese lettering on it, and we're like, oh, that's cool. They do the same thing in Japan. Like I've seen clips of people like wearing shirts that says like soda and fries and thinking it's like so cool because they don't understand what it's saying. And same here, we could be wearing Japanese lettering that says like cool beans, and we're like, yo, this
Right.
go hard, you know? So I think it's something about like just doing something like or participating in something foreign that makes it cool.
Yeah.
Japanese
So-
culture as a whole is always so alluring.
Yeah,
even,
it is, yeah.
Even in America as a whole, like
Yeah.
even on Newberry Street, they have I just went to an anime store. It's great.
Where is it?
On Newberry.
On Newberry?
And then they also have I hope I'm not pronouncing this wrong, but a Muji store. Entire
Oh.
Muji
Oh,
store
yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah.
The clothing.
It's like lifestyle. Like it's like so much more. But something as a whole for the Japanese lifestyle is very alluring towards black people because I've heard
Yeah.
that a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't have those same things in other
Right.
places internationally, like our
No,
own like
really.
black lifestyle.
Yeah.
Do you think that we'd be perceived differently if we had things like that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Oh,
I feel like
yeah.
low key, everyone low-key takes a little bit of Black culture and like incorporates it into their own things.
Yeah.
Like even like Japanese street fashion, you can see some signs of like 90s
There's
Black
heavy.
fashion or things like that.
Yeah.
Like there's a little bit of everything, you know. But like it's weird because like when we say that, hey, you're taking, you know, that's like our give us credit. You're like, no, this is our own thing, and it's like you're literally dressing exactly like Brandy in the 90s. Like, bro, come on, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like I mean, there's also what's the name of the cute Japanese clothing? What's the name of it?
Harajuku?
I think so. Like it's like kind of like drag queens, but like Japanese. I think it's Harajuku, right?
You talking about
Like
this?
those, yeah, Harajuku, yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's like dramatized.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have seen that before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what is that?
I don't know.
I don't think.
Can you
kind of reminds
describe
me-
that for people listening? What that looks like?
It's like Japanese drag queens, I think, but like more. It's like
Yeah, it takes an aesthetic of like bright pastel pinks, blues, very vibrant colors, and kind of a lot of mismatches of like colors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a very like not childish fashion, but like not childish fashion, but like, oh, that's childish, but like the aesthetic of it all is very reminiscent of adolescence.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the pinks, like
Yeah.
the teddy
So, yeah.
bears, you know, the berets, the bows.
Yeah,
berets.
Yeah.
the backpacks.
Yeah, the backpacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good description. Yeah, I asked that because I do feel like other communities, especially in the Asian community, because I mean, I'm just gonna be honest here. I don't have any Asian friends at all, you know.
That's another thing.
But like, I feel like in the Asian community, I feel like they're a lot more close knit,
I think so.
and I feel like they come. I don't, maybe it's something about their language.
Do you feel like that's a general thing, or is that something you're seeing here?
Generally, honestly, like I
General.
Why
see
do
a
you
lot
say
here.
that?
Well, I just see that a lot of Asian people marry other Asian people. I see a lot of Asian people stay within their community. They have mostly Asian friends. They honestly, a lot of times will be ostracized if they go outside of their community.
I've seen that, yeah.
And like for better or for worse, I will say it keeps their community morals and ethics and family values really strong, and it keeps their culture really strong, and it helps them progress economically. I think I'm kind of envious of that, because in certain ways I feel like I want that for the Black community. You know, like I think it would be dope if we had our own Muji stores. You know, it would be dope if we had our own anime.
Yeah.
You know, it would be dope. Like I think the world would eat it up. To be honest, I think the world would eat it up. They already do. We just don't monetize it. And
I feel like you guys know the Boondocks, right?
Yeah, of course.
I feel like that in the Black community is like fire.
Yeah.
You know, like it's because
Boondocks was amazing.
it's I only started watching it like a couple months ago, actually. Because I've heard of it, but like
Okay, I gotta go. I gotta.
Guys,
I'm kidding.
stop! Because I was never like.
You love anime and you haven't watched the Boondocks?
Like I don't know, like I just watched what my brother would watch, and he never watched the Boondocks. So then I heard about the Boondocks. I was like, oh, this was like a cool anime. I was like, it's not an anime, it's American. I was like, oh. I started watching it. I was like, this is funny as heck. This is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
You know, it's great. And I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's like that show is. I love it.
Have you seen
I'm
the
very
Boondocks?
late. I'm so sorry. I'm very late, but
Keanu?
it's great.
Have you seen the Boondocks?
Yes.
Yeah, you've seen it.
Not that much, but yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen that much, but it's good. I like it. It's
Yeah, that
very
show's
funny.
deep, you know?
It's so funny. It's
Show's deep. They actually say some real stuff in there.
They do. There was this one episode about, it was like a real story about this teacher or something saying the N-word or something. Did you see that episode?
Yeah, we can't say it, but
I was like, oh my god.
it was actually super funny.
It was so funny. He was explaining why he had to say it or something.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
was
How
insane.
can I borrow a fry?
Yeah.
Jesus.
But yeah, no, I think that's. I think there's something about the Black community that we're not as close knit. That's kind of breaking us apart a little bit. You know, I was going to even ask you guys, just on campus, how many? So what grade are you guys in here?
I'm a sophomore.
We're
First
first
year.
years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just so far, you know, this past year and this past 2 years for you, how do you feel like the Black student body is connected? Do you feel like connected to the Black kids on campus, or do you feel like a little bit like it's disjointed a little bit?
I have a take here. I feel
I
like,
want to hear all of you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very connected in a way. Like there's different groups that are connected within.
Yeah.
I mean, well, Tyler Johnson, who was our guest last week, kind of touched upon this in the interview that we did with him, but that like the population of Black people on campus has grown since last year. Like last year I was here is 4%. Now it's like 8 or something around that. And I think like part of it, it's like, okay, you're connected with these people. These people say hi to you whenever you're on the street. These people like come to your room or whatever, or just make you feel good about yourself, and just there's a thing. But then there's also the people that you don't know and maybe you won't talk with, you won't interact with, and that's fine. Like I feel like part of having that is kind of, you know, for all that it is, it's kind of nice because it's just like you're allowed to just exist. You're allowed to, you don't need to like. There's like the whole aspect of like connecting with people as survival mechanism, and connecting with people because you genuinely connect with them. I feel like there's almost a bit of both of that here. And so part of me is like, you know, like I love connecting with the people here, but I also don't want to do it only because you have to. I mean, part of it's like because we have to, but also just like I've seen more of it's coming from a genuine
place. You don't want to force a connection that's not there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah, I think the Black community as in general here, I feel like it's pretty cool. Like you have the opportunity. Like I think there are, like he said, there's like little groups in the Black community, which I think is fine, you know, because it's like we're all together, we're all making our own friends, our own people. The African community, though, I find it hard.
The African community.
I find it hard to at least relate, or I feel like, you know, like I'm not culturally, I'm not as African as, you know, my parents are or whatever. And more of the African students here, like you said, your friends, like they speak Tree fluently, like they speak their home language fluently, and they're like heavily raised in African valleys. Like that's not me, and that's not like my friends are all African, and we're all like not, I don't want to say we're not that African, if that makes sense, you know? So it's hard to like relate or to make friends in the African community, at least like I was I worked for the e-board for the African fashion show. I don't know if you guys remember that, the fashion show.
That was last month.
With Oxlade, when Oxlade was there.
Yeah,
I was so like it had nothing to do with them. It was just like no one really, like we never connected. It was kind of like they already had their own people, so nobody really talked to me. And it was kind of like guys, you know, supposed to be like a team, you know, but everyone already had their own people. I feel like they're very, not territorial, but like once they have people, like that's it. Like once they have their own people, they don't need to talk to other people. So I feel like the African community specifically is tighter, like knit wise, than like the Black community in general. I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, yeah, I feel like, I get you.
Yeah,
that definitely makes sense.
Yeah, like culture wise, you know, it's like when you meet people, like that's it. This is what my parents, like they don't really make new friends. You know, they got what they got, and then they just, that's it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like it's harder.
Like inversely, I think that the African American community, I'm African American, is, I find it difficult to find people.
Yeah.
Other than the people that I've like came to school here with, I've only really met one other African American who she's from Texas, and we've both kind of talked about like we've never been around so many like Africans.
Yeah.
And so we never realized there's actually a bit of a disconnect between us.
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And we've never experienced that here. And I was like, oh, like, you know, when I do go to the gala or this organization, like I'm gonna actually be a little out of place.
Like uncomfortable. Yeah.
So I was like,
that.
wait, but we're all Black people. What's going on?
I get that.
I
so get that.
But like certain, like with African songs, like I don't really know everything.
I get that, girl. Me either.
That's fair. Yeah.
Me
Like
either.
just bump some Soulja Boy, please.
Right. And it's not even like half of my African friends would be like, all right, like can you play some Soulja Boy? We need some R&B. Like, okay, we're tired of listening to David Doe every second. Like play some like Black American music, you know?
It is
at parties it's like
it's very
very,
at the same time I'm grateful that I like have an opportunity to like be around African people. I was not gonna get that back home. However, like the experience that we have with like our parents and like our background, it's like, oh, that's actually very specific to us. Like, and to like our history. And in a weird way, it's very confirming in an odd way, because when you're just around so many of the same people who have the same background as you, you don't think much about it. But now I'm like out here, I'm like, oh yeah, my parents are from the South here. They grew up on farms. They dealt with institutional racism. They went to marches. They did that. I realized that that's not what a lot of people like experienced here. And so it does kind of help you like confirm your own identity. But at the same time, because I've realized that my identity is so different, which I thought was really interesting.
I think one dangerous thing that I found with the Black community is that there's a certain maybe, I guess, archetype, I could say, that if you don't fit within that parameter, it's like, are you Black?
Yes. Oh, you know? My God.
It's like, are you Black? And I think what's difficult is that people don't, because we don't control our own narrative in the medias, in the social medias especially, people, unless you're like a ripped jock, you know what I'm saying, with like a perfect hairline, like it's like, oh, who are you, dude? What are you doing?
Exactly.
Like, and on top of that, I think a lot of times we're a victim of it our own selves. I think Black people, we have a lot of unconscious bias we're not aware of. And I think that, I mean, just me personally, I think that both communities are disjointed from each other, the African American community and the African community. And I think the difficulty lies in a little bit of resentment on either side. You know, I think for me, right, going back and forth my whole life and kind of seeing both sides a little bit, I noticed that. So, for example, if you're an Israeli citizen and you come to the States and say you get into some sort of legal troubles here, the Israeli embassy will come to your aid and they'll have you tried in a court in Israel. But if you're African American, even if you're African citizen, most times, you know, your country, Nigeria's embassy won't usually come to your aid, you know. You'll be tried here and just straight deported. You know, at least that's what happens in my country. And I think there's like my best friend Jean Cox. I have a podcast with him, Direct Unfiltered. You know, Sam. I'll tell you guys about that later. But he told me that there's this ancient story in Haiti. He's from Haiti, and that they sailed to West Africa to try to go back to Africa, and the African people sent them back. You know. And it was sad to me because I was like, wow, it's kind of a little bit what they want. You know, I'm not trying to be all conspiracy theory here or anything, but kind of what they want. They want us to be envious of each other. Like, at least for me, right? I found being in this country, the main differences I saw in the African American community is there's a lot of like competition. Like, I feel like when I'm with most Black men, they're trying to compete with me in some way. Yep.
That's exactly. You know, that's exactly.
And I don't know if you guys feel that.
I feel the exact. Yep. I don't know. I say, like I said, it's more with African people that I feel like I'm competing, because they're very, like, they need to be better than other. Like, even my mother, oh my God, she's like, every time, like at church, she's like, oh, this one tried to outdress me. Wait, next Sunday I'll come with my best dress. Like, nobody's trying to outdress you, girl. It's church.
Yeah,
and it's like,
that's the thing. Like realizing it's not that serious.
It's not that.
It's never that serious.
Oh my God, it's not that serious. Nothing is ever that serious. Like, not everything needs to be a competition of who's this, who's that, who's this. We're just trying to live, man. And I think that's why it's so hard to, like, I don't know about you guys, but like, I don't know, like, making friends here is a little more difficult than I had previously anticipated. You know,
it can be hard.
It
can be hard.
And it's like, you can meet someone, but then you're gonna be like, okay, girl, I'll see you later, and then you never speak to them again. You see each other in the street, you just look the other way. You know, like, and it's like, I was lucky enough to stay friends with my friends from orientation, but if I hadn't, I would be so depressed. Like, I would literally have, because they're my only friends. You know, and it's like, it's tough because once people have like a group, they think that's it, and they don't really try to like make other friends because they already have people. You know, they don't need any more. So it's hard to make like good friends. I
don't want to cut this off because it's a good conversation, but we have less than 4 minutes left before we have to sign off. So I want to ask you really quickly. You mentioned this earlier in the show about the community becoming more conscious and more self-aware, and I want to ask you, how have you become more conscious and more self-aware?
I think I just have become, especially in these past 3-4 years, and a whole bunch of catalysts in my life. I won't go into it now. You know? Maybe on a future episode or something.
Perhaps, we can have you back.
I think mostly it's been becoming more aware of my subconscious drivers and the reason behind not just what I'm doing, but why I'm doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And for good or for bad, just whatever traumas that was in me or whatever insecurities that was in me, just being able to be, because it's not so much like, oh, it's got to heal it in a day.
Yeah.
But you can only start to move past it once you're aware of what you're suffering from, you know? Like they can only give you treatment once you have a diagnosis. And I think it's difficult a lot of times to face the truth of what it is, you know?
Yeah.
Because the truth hurts, but like
it does, yeah.
But it'll set you free.
That's real. That's real, man. That's real. Yeah.
I don't mean to beat around the bush and like not give a direct answer.
But that's it's a real answer.
I don't want to take up the rest of your time.
That's all good.
I feel like if you could mention a little bit more about your podcast before we sign off.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Just
thanks,
so,
yo.
yes,
Thanks.
yes,
So
yes.
I have this podcast. It's called Direct Unfiltered with my partner. I'm the host of the podcast.
Okay.
My partner is Jean Cox, and it's basically all about self-development, kind of mental strength, and the Black community understanding the real cause of their frustrations. And it's about also helping people to move past any sort of traumas or things that was in their past, so that they can change their life if they choose to, you know. It's about accountability a lot of times. It's mostly about accountability. It's about mental fortitude and I would say self-improvement, if I had to give it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
You know.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, we're on Rumble and YouTube.
Okay.
And so tune in, I guess.
Awesome.
Tune in, guys.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, real
That was
quick.
good stuff.
Yeah, real quick. We have 2 minutes.
Yes,
We
let's
can do a very, very, very quick rapid fire with you.
Oh, okay.
Just quick.
Okay.
We like to end off with a rapid fire every time.
because it's fun.
Yeah. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
What kind?
Ginger.
Oh, ginger.
Hey, it's supposed to be rapid fire. It's supposed to be rapid fire.
Next question. Next
my
question.
bad.
Favorite song?
Omale right now. Oh no,
I don't have it.
So by Omale.
Okay.
So okay. Favorite season.
Summer.
Okay.
Favorite TV show?
Attack on Titan.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I like season.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your most toxic trait?
Ooh,
I think I talk too much sometimes.
Talk too much?
I feel that, bro. I feel
Okay.
that. I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah. Next question.
Favorite food.
Sorry, I'm trying to go fast. I think honestly, peanut butters and jelly.
Huh?
Maybe.
That's a very.
For your favorite
Okay.
food?
We're gonna readdress this. We're gonna come back to that at some point because that's.
I think that's valid. Peanut butter and jelly.
For your
you
favorite
can't
food?
mess it up.
Well, I mean, I'm allergic,
It hits
but
when it
also.
hits. When you want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and you eat it, it's delicious.
I don't like peanut butter jelly, but that's just me.
Do you not like the peanut butter or the jelly?
I'm more of like a nice like spread of cream cheese and peanut
Oh
butter.
Lord.
It's really good.
What about
Cream
cream
cheese
cheese,
and
and jelly?
Yeah.
Cream
No,
cheese
but
and
it has to
jelly?
be strawberry cream cheese and peanut butter.
Why are you laughing at? I do these weird food combinations and they always
Hey.
come for me. But anyways, last question. We always end with this question. What is the best flavor of Laffy Taffy?
Oh, damn, that's a tough one. Cherry, maybe?
No, that's the wrong answer.
Well, it's not banana.
Wrong-
It's not banana.
It is banana. It is banana.
Bro!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wow.
This is the first person
Wrong
to literally
and
agree with me
backwards.
perfectly.
They're the first person to be wrong.
My god.
But no, I'll say this: don't eat Laffy Taffies though. It's not good for you. For all the kids listening,
Yeah.
don't
Okay.
eat candy.
It
Eat
tastes like
vegetables.
it tastes like it literally
Yes.
tastes
Do
like
eat,
yeah. Don't,
I mean,
don't
do
eat
eat
guys.
vegetables. Get a balanced diet, but also like.
Or eat it together. You know, cancels,
Okay,
it cancels
yeah.
out. You know. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just floss, brush your teeth, go do your thing. Okay, yeah.
No, thank you guys for having me on
thank
and
you
everything,
for coming
you know?
on.
Thank you.
Yeah, where can
So
people follow
much.
you if they want to reach out to you? or
I'm on
anything?
Instagram at Demba_Kamara.
Them underscore.
And we have Instagram too. it's just called Direct and Unfiltered.
Yes.
Okay.
You know.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you very much,
All
Demba.
right.
All right, that's going to do it for us for Melanin Matters this morning. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Paris Hughley.
I'm Giselle Nimata.
And I'm Chinanu Okoli. Don't forget, you can always listen to our full shows on the WTBU archives. You can listen to this installment of Melanin Matters until April 14th.
Remember to follow us on social media at Melanin WTBU. We're going with back to rotation with Living by Mark William Lewis.
Yes. And Melanin Matters will be back next Friday at 8 a.m.
WTBU Rewind is next. Have a fantastic Friday, everybody.
Bye. Oh.
You live for so long in my head, my head. Just wanna go out with my friends, my friends. Maybe she's a liar, so full of desire, living, You live for so long in my head, just one.